While Hawaiian families in Maui were digging through ashes looking for their dead relatives, Dwayne Johnson, worth $800 million, was on Instagram begging his broke fans for charity donations. That's who The Rock really is when the cameras stop rolling. For decades, we claimed him as one of ours, celebrated every win, defended every criticism. Half black through his father, half Samoan through his mother. He was supposed to represent us. Instead, he spent 30 years perfecting the art of exploiting the communities that made him rich, and now the lies are finally catching up. In 1 month alone, 450,000 of his Instagram followers vanished. His TikTok engagement dropped by 50%. The protective walls are crumbling, and what's underneath is uglier than anyone imagined. Here's what they don't want you to know. Everything about Dwayne Johnson, from his origin story to his fitness advice to his charitable giving, has been a carefully managed performance designed to extract maximum profit from the communities that supported him. And the evidence of his deception is finally catching up. Before we expose every calculated lie this man has built his empire on, if you believe in holding our so-called heroes accountable and demanding real Black excellence, not just commercial success, subscribe to Black Stories Untold. We're done celebrating people who exploit our loyalty for profit. Now, back to the video. Let's start with the foundation myth. Dwayne Johnson loves telling you about the $7 in his pocket after his football career ended. $7 and a dream.
Because we've all been there. We've all been through hard times, and we know what it's like to get our ass kicked and get knocked down, but we also know what it's like to come back up again. So here's my $7 moment.
The struggling underdog with nothing but determination. It's the story he's sold for 30 years in every interview, every motivational post, every product launch. The self-made man narrative. Here's what that story conveniently omits. His father, Rocky Johnson, was a WWE Hall of Famer. His grandfather, Peter Maivia, was a Samoan wrestling legend. The entire MAUI family, one of wrestling's most powerful dynasties, had his back. He didn't crawl through broken glass to get into the industry. He had a red carpet rolled out by family connections, while telling you he was homeless and desperate. When he debuted in WWE in 1996 as Rocky Maivia, the smiling, generic good guy, fans immediately saw through the manufactured character. They chanted, "Die, Rocky, die," and booed him out of arenas. Instead of being authentic, instead of showing vulnerability, he learned the most dangerous lesson of his career. Being fake but entertaining beats being real and struggling. After a convenient knee injury, he returned as The Rock, cocky, arrogant, speaking in third person, raising that eyebrow. Fans loved it, not because it was real, because it was a better performance. And he's never stopped performing since. Every Instagram post, every interview, every candid moment has been focus grouped and calculated. The man became a product before he ever left the wrestling ring. Nobody talks about the lost years. After the Scorpion King made money in 2002, Dwayne spent almost a decade failing. Movie after movie flopped, or barely broke even. Action films, comedies, family movies. Nothing worked because he couldn't figure out which mask to wear for Hollywood. Then came 2011 and Fast and Furious. Luke Hobbs was just the Rock character transplanted into an action movie. And suddenly, Hollywood had found their next Schwarzenegger. Big, muscular, charismatic, safe for kids, cool for adults. If Disney manufactured movie stars in a laboratory, they'd produce Dwayne Johnson. But the cracks showed early. On Fast and Furious sets, he demanded more screen time. He reshaped movies to benefit himself. He posted on Instagram calling Vin Diesel unprofessional and lazy, then deleted it the moment backlash started. That's the pattern you need to watch. Bold when it serves him, retreating the second his image faces threat. His movies became the McDonald's Happy Meals of cinema, consumed worldwide, utterly forgettable. Same character, same personality, same suits, everything to everyone, nothing to no one. This is where it gets absurd. February 2017. Dwayne posts on Instagram about visiting In-N-Out Burger for the first time. He captions it, "I've never been to In-N-Out before. I know, what a jerk." He praises their free ketchup. He hashtags himself as their newest and biggest fan. 5 years later in 2022, he posts another first-time visit to In-N-Out. Same story, brand new experience. Except this time, 2 bottles of his Terramana tequila are prominently displayed in the photo. Product placement disguised as authenticity. Then 2023 rolls around and he does it again. 3rd documented first time at In-N-Out. This time, he plays the confused customer who doesn't know how to order or where to pay. YouTuber Moist Critical made an expose video called "He Keeps Lying" that hit 7.5 million views. Only then did Dwayne quietly change his caption to thank fans for reminding him he'd been there before. Why lie about burgers? Because everything is content. Everything is selling something. If he'll construct elaborate deceptions about fast food, what else is performance? The workout post showing his dedication? The diet claims about eating 8,000 calories naturally? The motivational speeches about hard work? When everything is content, nothing is real. Here's a medical fact. Men lose muscle mass as they age. Testosterone declines. Joints wear down. Recovery takes longer. Yet at 52 years old, Dwayne Johnson is bigger and more muscular than he was at 30. He's defying every rule of human biology. In 2009, he admitted on MTV that he experimented with steroids at 18 or 19 with his buddies, called it youthful experimentation, said they didn't know what they were doing. Then he frames it as a one-time mistake and positions himself as a natural fitness influencer ever since. His Instagram is filled with workout content. The Rock's 5 best muscle-building secrets. Diet breakdowns, claiming 6,000 to 8,000 calories daily. 5-year workout routines. All of it selling the lie that you can achieve his physique naturally if you just work hard enough. Fitness coaches and experts openly call him out. The math doesn't add up. The biology doesn't work. But he keeps selling the fantasy because young men, especially young black men, follow his advice, develop body dysmorphia, potentially turn to dangerous substances themselves because they can't understand why their hard work doesn't produce his results. He's profiting from a lie that damages the very community supporting him. That's not inspiration. That's exploitation. Red One was supposed to be his 2024 Christmas comeback. Instead, it exposed who he really is when cameras aren't rolling. Reports confirmed he routinely showed up 7 to 8 hours late to set. Not 30 minutes, not an hour, an entire workday, forcing crews to shoot around him for weeks, adding $50 million to the budget, ballooning it to $250 million total. But here's the detail that reveals everything. Instead of using regular bathrooms, he urinated into Voss water bottles on set and handed them to production assistants to dispose of. Imagine your first day working in Hollywood, excited about movie magic, and you're carrying around The Rock's waste in a bottle. When confronted, he didn't apologize. He said, "Yeah, that happens," about both the bottles and the tardiness. Director Jake Kasdan and Chris Evans defended him, saying his lateness was worked into the schedule. Translation: productions literally build around his ego because he's too big to fail. He's admitted before to urinating in bottles at the gym to save time, but somehow he has time to be 8 hours late to work? The time-saving excuse is transparent nonsense. This is about power, about making other people deal with his waste because he can. The Wall Street Journal exposed something that should have ended careers. Multiple action stars, including Dwayne Johnson, have clauses in their contracts preventing them from losing fights in movies. They limit how many punches their characters can take. They ensure they always look strong and dominant. A man whose brand is built on toughness, whose wrestling persona was fearless, whose action hero image is indestructibility. But his ego is so fragile, he can't lose a fake fight in a scripted movie. Compare this to Dave Bautista, who said, "I never wanted to be the next Rock. I just wanted to be a good actor, a respected actor." Bautista took vulnerable roles in Blade Runner 2049 and Dune. He was willing to be defeated, complex, human. He grew as an artist. The Rock can't risk showing weakness, even in fiction, because the entire product collapses if the illusion cracks. He's not playing characters. He's playing variations of the Rock brand, and the brand must never lose. February 2024. Cody Rhodes wins the Royal Rumble after 2 years of storyline building. Fans are primed for his redemption story against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40. Then, SmackDown happens, and Rhodes inexplicably gives up his spot to The Rock. The fan revolt was instant. Hashtag We Want Cody trended worldwide. The SmackDown video became the most disliked WWE video on YouTube. Over 500,000 dislikes in 36 hours. Even Logan Paul spoke out about the injustice. Here's what everyone suspects. The Rock isn't just a part-time wrestler. He's on TKO's executive board. He's literally WWE's boss. And here he is inserting himself into the main event over a younger, more deserving performer. WWE had to scrap their plans and pivot. Later, The Rock claimed this was all part of the plan to make Cody more popular, a claim that insults everyone's intelligence. The pattern repeats: get caught, spin it, pretend it was intentional. August 2023. Wildfires in Maui kill over 100 people. $5.5 billion in damages. Families lose everything. This is The Rock's Pacific Islander heritage, his people, his community. His response? He teams up with Oprah Winfrey to announce the People's Fund of Maui with an initial $10 million donation between them. Sounds generous.
Every person who called me and said, what can I do? This is what you can do. The People's Fund of Maui.
Until you remember their combined wealth exceeds $3 billion. And then they immediately turn to regular people, fans living paycheck to paycheck, asking them to donate to their charity. The Entertainment Industry Foundation manages the fund. Their CEO makes over $350,000 annually. The president makes over $480,000. The CFO makes over $290,000. Administrative costs eating donations, while families get $1,200 monthly payments. His apology came 4 minutes later, filmed at his mansion with the pool visible behind him. He talked about understanding financial struggle because he made $40 per wrestling match decades ago. He acknowledged the backlash, but never said, "I'm sorry." Just, "I learned from this mistake." When his community was literally burning, he chose brand management and public fundraising over quietly writing a check. The culture is only valuable when it increases his market value. 2020. Dwayne makes his first political endorsement ever, Biden and Harris. Big announcement video. Says it's important to use his platform. Some fans leave, but he seems to accept it as the cost of having principles. Fast forward to 2023 and Fox and Friends. Suddenly, he regrets the endorsement, blames cancel culture and woke culture, claims being honest is more important than political correctness. But wasn't honesty what the endorsement was supposed to be? You can trace this pattern everywhere. The deleted Vin Diesel post, the changed in and out captions. Whenever he faces pushback, he shapeshifts, he recalibrates, he retreats to whatever position preserves the most fans and the most money. He doesn't have beliefs. He has brand considerations. He's not a person with values. He's a product with target demographics. And products don't take real stands because real stands alienate customers. 2022. Black Adam was supposed to be his superhero coronation, his takeover of the DC universe. He made no secret about reshaping the entire franchise with himself at the center. The budget was $190 to $260 million. Marketing cost $80 million. It needed roughly $600 million to break even. It made only $387 million worldwide. Domestic returns of just $168 million didn't even cover production costs. After the flop, Dwayne posted on Instagram claiming the movie would profit between $52 and $72 million. Said he waited to confirm with financiers before sharing. Warner Brothers insiders confirmed the movie actually lost $50 to $100 million. He insisted it was successful if you look at it the right way. Never admitted failure. Just moved to the next project. Because acknowledging loss cracks the Midas touch image he spent decades constructing. Multiple Jumanji films together. Central Intelligence, a public bromance that seemed genuine. But in an Entertainment Tonight interview, The Rock said their relationship devolved into jealousy and envy. Claimed Kevin Hart looks at him with resentment while eating chips, framed as a joke, but revealing in its casual assertion of superiority. Kevin Hart has stayed scandal-free professionally, takes accountability, shows vulnerability, has grown beyond his original lane. The Rock has calcified into the same character, same persona, same product. Even in jokes about his black comedy partner, The Rock positions himself as the one being envied. Every connection, every partnership, every friendship exists primarily as content for the brand. We claimed him because we saw representation, another brother making it to the top, an inspiring figure for young black boys who needed someone who looked like them dominating mainstream culture. But what does he actually represent now? Corporate interests, personal brand empire, Hollywood machinery, himself. Not the community that supported him, not the cultures he profits from, just the constant expansion of Dwayne Johnson Incorporated. Look at Maui again through this lens. When his Pacific Islander community needed him most, when his heritage was burning, he chose brand management over quiet generosity. The culture only matters when it increases market value. We don't owe loyalty to people who exploit that loyalty for profit. Representation without integrity is just tokenism with better marketing. True black excellence includes character, not just box office numbers. It's not just okay to say you lost us. It's necessary. The numbers don't lie, even when he does. 450,000 Instagram followers, gone in weeks. TikTok engagement, halved. Comment sections turned hostile. Wrestling fans booing him at live events. He had everything: universal love, mainstream success, generational wealth, and he could have evolved gracefully, mentored younger talent, secured an untouchable legacy. Instead, audiences reached saturation with manufactured authenticity, and he can't adapt because adaptation requires actually being someone rather than performing someone. We can appreciate what he accomplished in wrestling and early Hollywood while rejecting what he's become. Black excellence deserves excellence in character, not just commercial success. It's time we found new heroes who understand their power comes from the people, not from how effectively they can perform for those people while counting their money. Drop a comment below. Are you done with The Rock? Or do you think he deserves another chance? Let's talk about it. If this opened your eyes to the truth about The Rock, hit that subscribe button and share this with someone who needs to hear it. We're exposing the lies they've been selling us, one manufactured hero at a time.